Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. The moment you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready for where you're going.
This is your Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, May the 31st. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. As we close out May, we can see from the Skycam at Tuscaloosa, it's going to be a mixture of sun and clouds today. And we'll probably see some fairly widespread showers once again this afternoon. There's a look at the Jasper Skycam. Certainly a beautiful sunrise shot with the sun coming through a bit of a hole in the clouds up there. The weather has been somewhat unsettled across the southeastern U.S. thanks to this little closed low that has been meandering across the southwest Arkansas and northeast Texas. It continues to do so, and as it does, it's pumping moisture into the southeastern United States and a direct shot out of the Gulf and right up into the Tennessee River Valley. So it's been keeping things somewhat active around the area. As a matter of fact, looking at the sounding from the Shelby County Airport from last night, you can see just how moist it is as you head on up in the atmosphere. So the moisture is going to be sticking around. That means that we're going to have some pretty good chances for showers and thunderstorms for the next several days especially, but we may be drying out somewhat as we get into the middle of the week. Current temperatures across the country are relatively mild. This is just before 7 a.m. And the radar relatively clear this morning. Not completely clear, but certainly not as many showers as we've seen some mornings. We do have a little bit of shower activity over north central and northern Louisiana. And once again, we have some showers over northwest Florida and the southern part of Alabama. Expect showers to develop. And if you were watching radar yesterday afternoon, it's sort of just lit up with showers. QPF-wise, the scattered showers will not produce widespread rainfall, uniform rainfall, that's for sure. But rainfall amounts will vary from shower to shower and whether you actually get under one of those showers. I know yesterday I was just about a mile from my house at my church, and it just came up a frog strangler, and yet my rain gauge at my house only had 0.02 of an inch. So look for perhaps over the next 5 days on the order of 1 to 1.25 inches of rain. Storm Prediction Center is outlooking a slight risk area up in north central United States, parts of the Dakotas and Montana and Wyoming. On day 2, that area shifts a little bit to the east as well as a little bit to the south, focusing primarily on South Dakota, parts of Nebraska, Kansas, the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles. Day 3, there's only a C-text area, so no specific slight risk area. The tropics, of course, tomorrow begins the tropical weather season in the Atlantic Basin. But in the meantime, we're watching another disturbed area in the tropical eastern Pacific. They've already had Amanda out there, and it looks like there's about a 30% chance that this one could develop into something. All right, the 06Z GFS model run this morning, and there's the widespread showers expected this afternoon. This is 18Z, 1 o'clock. We get into Sunday, and once again, not a lot of change, fairly widespread showers. One of those things where the confidence is very high that we'll have showers. It's just I don't know that everybody's going to get wet. The upper air pattern, the pesky low that's been giving us this enhanced lift and helping to produce widespread showers, continues to plague us. If you look at the wind pattern, you can see that the low is over the northwestern Gulf. So we still have a little bit of a weakness in the ridge over the lower Mississippi River Valley. By the time we reach Monday, that weakness is still there, but it's kind of closed in a little bit. And the overall low that has been plaguing us is moving a little further to the south. So it does look like shower activity will be a little bit less widespread on Monday. But still, it looks like pretty high confidence we'll see showers. The ridge to our west builds in a little stronger. It's not building northward, but it is building eastward, and so it's going to be helping to warm things up a bit. Probably by the time we reach Wednesday, we'll be seeing highs probably reach into the 90 to 91, maybe 92 category. And of course, by Wednesday, it looks like the showers with that building ridge and some sinking air, the showers should be somewhat diminished across the southeastern U.S. But in the meantime, of course, the area of that kind of weakness in the upper air pattern is over the Yucatan and the southern Gulf of Mexico. Thursday, we still can see a little reflection of that right over the Yucatan. The ridge is still in place, especially over Texas. And Friday, the ridge beginning to once again be suppressed a little bit as the westerlies become a little stronger and suppress that ridge a little further to the south. That also poses a frontal system coming in across the Ohio River Valley, but it looks like right now that will not make it down into the Tennessee River Valley. But at the same time, our attention is drawn to the surface low over the Yucatan and the precipitation shield that certainly has the suggestion of a tropical weather system. A week from today, on Saturday, we see that the upper reflection of that low will move into the eastern Gulf of Mexico, and below that, we see that the surface low comes out of off the Yucatan Peninsula into the southern Gulf of Mexico. Now, interesting to note, I don't have the chart right now, but the European doesn't seem to be as bullish on this as the GFS is. Now, we are verging on voodoo country, so by the time we get out to Tuesday, we can see that the upper air reflection of that low is over Georgia primarily. And just throw in a surface map here, the surface reflection of that low is over in the vicinity of Jacksonville, and this would suggest once again the possibility that we might be dealing with a tropical weather system. Going further out into voodoo country, the upper low more or less stays in place for several days. This is Thursday the 12th. So we'll see a bit of unsettled weather if this indeed verifies. And then by the time we get out to the end of the period around the 15th of June, we do see that the ridge over northern Mexico is building back into the lower Mississippi River Valley, and that little weakness is beginning to move off the coast. So certainly some interesting things to be watching, especially out in voodoo country, but we'll wait and see. We're not going to name it just yet. Well, thanks for tuning into the Weather Xtreme video. I expect to have the next one posted first thing on Monday morning. In the meantime, I hope that your Saturday is a good one, and Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.